식구님 여러분, 안녕하십니까?
Members, hello everyone.
My name is Lawrence Klas and I'm a second generation from Slovakia, son of Miloš Klas and Barbara Grabner from the 6,000 couples blessing. Today, rather than giving a testimony about my own faith, I want to give a testimony about others, because my mere existence is a great testimony to my parents' faith. Also, because of my family background, I feel a special connection to True Mother's current situation. My father, Miloš Klas, joined our movement in 1970 in former Czechoslovakia, being among the very first members to join in the communist bloc in Europe. Even though our country was under communist dictatorship, our members were witnessing without fear and our church was growing rapidly. However, in 1973, a large-scale persecution of our movement started. In 1974, almost 20 members were sentenced to prison. My father was among them. He was imprisoned for 1 year. You maybe know the story of Marie Živna, mentioned in father's autobiography, who died in prison during this persecution at the age of 24. To my father and his friends, she is not just a historical figure. She was a friend. I want to tell you about something that is very similar to True Mother's situation now. At that time, our leader, Betka Danishkova, was after a car accident that damaged her spine. When persecution started, the communists did not care about her situation. Instead of respecting her health situation, the communist system showed its cruelty and gave her the highest sentence, 4 years and 4 months in prison. This caused irreversible damage, and today she is bound to a wheelchair. The similarity to True Mother's situation now is incredible. Seeing the situation, some members volunteered. I will take her punishment on myself. The communists did not grant this, but if I could say one thing to the people of Korea to testify about true parents, it would be this: how, inspired by true parents' love and truth, young people were willing to sacrifice themselves for others in the most difficult situation. And I would like to let True Mother know that these brothers and sisters still have the same heart now, even at the age of 70 or 80, and would be willing to be in the cell instead of True Mother. In 1982, my father was blessed with my mother, Barbara Grabner from Austria. You might know her as the author of the book Mission Butterfly. He could not travel, so she attended the blessing alone with a picture. As a couple, with one partner from the free capitalist world and one from the communist world, they could not settle in peace. I can remember a story I heard as a child when my mother described how they were interrogated by the police about how they met. The fact that I'm standing here today is a great testimony to the unwavering faith of my parents. It is very meaningful to me that I can share this testimony at the Chonchimwon night vigil, because I have a lot of gratitude for Chonchimwon. It would be too much for today to describe how greatly vigil prayer transformed my prayer life. I used to be a person who was quite unable to pray out loud, but now I have become a person who loves to offer resonance prayers for others. The Chonchimwon uncovered a part of myself that I never thought possible. And now, through True Mother's situation, these prayers grew even stronger. In Europe, the night vigils are rebroadcasted at 10 p.m. local time. When True Mother was put in the detention center, I tried the first week to attend every night, even though I have to wake up at 6 o'clock to go to work. Even though I had barely 5 hours of sleep before work, I actually felt even more awake than before. Also on weekends I cannot go to bed earlier, because our European Chombo branch is transmitting their Chonchimwon intensive prayers from wherever they are. I'm sorry, but I want to shout out to President Moon, who is here. He is our branch president, and we really love him very much, and we're really grateful that True Mother assigned him to Europe as the branch president. Of course, sometimes I struggled and considered to skip, but then I just thought, but True Mother, and I knew I cannot stop. And so this has been my lifestyle the past 3 months. I don't think it is possible because of my physical strength, but only through spiritual power. I think I can understand Christians more because, like Jesus sacrificed himself, I truly feel that true mother is sacrificing also herself for me and my spiritual growth. And so I came here during Christmas time, when true mother is supposed to be with her family, but she is all alone, to spend Christmas and New Year offering devotions close to true mother. And I want true mother to know that just as my parents never stopped, I will also never stop. Brothers and sisters, I hope that through my testimony you can be inspired, and with Heavenly Parent and true parents, nothing is impossible. Shamonim, 사랑합니다.